welcome to another one of my videos. This is for IXL FF.2 Area of Rectangles and Squares. On this one you'll be finding the area of a rectangle or square, or else you will be given the area and then one side and be finding the missing side length. So let's take a look at an example first here. So here we have an example of, it asks what is the area of a rectangle. Now you'll see some different formulas for the area of a rectangle. The one they're giving us here is the area equals base times the height. You also see it as the area equals the length times the width. Now those are just the same formula. It doesn't matter which one you use. But either way, it's just the length times the width, and it doesn't matter if we look at this rectangle here which one's the length and which one's the width, or which one's the base and which one's the height. We often refer to as this one the base and this one's the height. But with rectangles, it doesn't matter. Those can be interchanged. Same with length and width. Those can be interchanged, so it doesn't matter which one's which. So with this one here, you just simply use the formula. The area of this one is, since you have one length of 8 and one length of 5, or a base of 8 and a height of 5, like I say, it doesn't matter which one's which. You just multiply those together, and so you get an area of 40. Okay, so that's what you do with these. Again, you've done these before, so this is kind of review. But I do want to talk about one like the other one here, where it is a square, because a square is the same thing. All squares are rectangles, so you would use the same thing. Sometimes though, you also see the area of a square written out as this. Sometimes they'll write out the area of a square is equal to S squared, which is just the side length squared. You just need to be aware of that. Sometimes you'll see that formula. But either way, this one would still just be, since it's a rectangle, it's just 10. If we know it's a square, one side's 10, then this side down here would be 10 also. So we'd end up with 10 times 10, or 100. So that's what you do on these, is figure those out. Now, you're going to be running into some of these. So those are the ones where you're just finding the area. So you'll be given the sides, and you need to find the area. You'll also be given ones where you'll be given the area and you need to be finding the side length. So if you look at these right here, so we have one side length is 11 and we know the area is 7. What we're going to do is set these up like equations we've done. So we know that the area is equal to V times 11. So we know that 11 V is equal to our area of 77. And then we just solve these like we did before with our equations. When we're solving equations like this, we just ask ourselves, what do we times 11 by to get to 77? And we know that V has to equal 7 for that to be true, because we know 7 times 11 is 77. And if you don't know what that is, remember we talked about opposite operations. If you can't figure that out, we can take V would be equal to 77 divided by 11, which would give us 7. So if you can't figure out what it is, remember we divide to figure those out. But if you can just figure out what it is, you can just go ahead and do that. So those are the type of problems you'll be doing on this activity. You'll either be multiplying the length times the width, or the base times the height, whichever you call those, to find the volume, or you'll be given the volume, or the, sorry, not the volume, the area, or you'll be given the area, and you multiply set up an equation and solve for the missing side. All right, good luck with these, and let me know if you have any questions. Again, two different ways: multiplying length times the width, or the base times the height to get the area, or solving for the missing part like this by setting up an equation. We know that 11 times V, because we know one side times the other side equals the area, and then we can solve for our missing side. So that's what you're doing on these. Good luck with these. Let me know if you have any questions. Remember, you can always, if you miss them, work your way through the help and through the hints through these and figure out how to do them. And let me know if you have any questions. Ask me or your teacher. Good luck with these. Have a good day.